Okay, I'm back. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Hi. Hi, Carolina. Hi, AJM. What do I have? I had chicken. All right. Chicken for lunch. Yum. All right. So, guys, this will be a lot shorter than the first session. This will be, will only go for about an hour because I have to go pick up my eldest daughter at school. Um, so we will go ahead and finish. Let's see what I can finish here. I might concentrate on the head here and do that, but we'll see here. Okay. Yummy chicken. Apologize. I said I would be on earlier. Just my wife came home. Just had to take care of some business, and now we are back to go. Just wanted to share this video if I can. Let's see if I can share this video quickly. So. Sure, there's a live link here. It's a live link. So I hope everyone had a good lunch. If you had lunch, I don't even know what time. Why don't you guys tell me what time is it where you are? It's always interesting to see what time it is in your area. Because right now it's around 1:30 my time. 1:30 my time. Curious to see what it is your time. So around 1:34 your time. So around same time for you. Oh, in Texas, yep, you're an hour behind in Texas. That's right, 11:32. It's 5:30 in England. All right, cool, cool. Arthur, 12:32. So you guys must be Central Time. Yeah, actually, if you wouldn't mind, I'd love to know where all of you guys are from. Where are you in the world? Okay, so AJM's in Connecticut. Connecticut. Oh, Logan is in England. Right. Of course, XYZ Monster is in Austin, Texas. I'll be in Texas in March. More San Antonio though, more San Antonio area though. So maybe I'll get to meet you in person. Okay, in Finland it is. Was that 7:30 in Finland? Nice. Okay, so let me just turn on the main camera here. Okay, so we're gonna get going on this lion head. Getting the things. Oh, from Alberta. What's the weather like in Alberta right now? See, right now we're hovering around in Celsius, guys. I'm talking Celsius. Around 1 degree. It was 1 degree this morning. It's going to get to 9 degrees Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit? That would be roughly around what, 40, something like that. I'm not sure. Not exactly sure how much that would be in Fahrenheit. So, you know, anything I'm going to do, I'm going to bring you in closer, guys, to this lion head here because that's what I'm going to be concentrating on. Okay. There we go. That's a better angle. There we go. Arthur is in Tennessee. Right on. Cool. Okay, let me just retape the sides here because I think this page is getting too heavy, and it's getting a bit heavy for the tape, so that's why it's coming loose here. I hate it when the page moves around while I'm trying to draw on it. So It's 0 there, eh? Okay, freezing level there already. Where in Alberta are you, Sadie? Which part of Alberta? I'm gonna try my best to go to the Calgary Expo next year if I can. It's a hard one to get into. I know it's a hard one to get into. That's what they say, but I think I might want to go there. Of course, schedule depending, but well, what is 0 in Fahrenheit? Is that, help me out here, people. Let's see, 0 cells. So 0 would be 32 Fahrenheit. 32. Oh, you are in Calgary City. Maybe I'll get to meet you next year. Maybe if you go to if you end up going to Comic-Con. But I've heard some really good things about that particular Comic-Con in Calgary. So that's why it's intriguing. It's very intriguing to go there. But in terms of Texas, I will be in Texas in March. I'm going to the next Cyber City Con, I believe. I'm not sure if my friend Apple wants me to announce that yet, but not. But for you guys in Austin, if you guys want to go, so I'll let him announce the fun stuff that's going on there. My buddy Apple, he runs the Alamo City Comic Con, and I wish I could have been there this year. It's just a thing. Hubby's 1023. Are you referring to the size of the paper? Yeah, the size of this paper. So these are two 17 by 14 pieces of paper. So the actual size of this would be 17 by 28. That is the size of this guy. Yeah, pretty big. I like working really big, and it helps. And I forgot who asked me earlier about an inking tutorial. Honestly, this is why my inking looks clean. It's because I draw so big that it covers a lot, and I mean a lot of the mistakes. A lot of the mistakes. But that is one reason why I like to work so big, is to help fix those mistakes. So I'm just getting a little bit closer. Closer here, so and of course the only problem is like trying to scan it in. But I actually have some tricks. I might do a tutorial on scanning. I did a quick one in one of my vlogs, and then a lot of people asked me how to scan something like this in, because I got a tiny scanner. I got a regular letter size scanner, and I do all my scanning with it. And there's someone who don't know the some of the fun features in Photoshop where you could actually scan with a scanner that big. So see if I can even get you guys a little closer here. Even closer. Hold on, guys. Try to. There you go. Just so you guys can see what I'm doing here in particular. So right now I'm working with the thicker micron, a 505 micron. I'm just working it up. I'm just making it up as I go along here. I'm not looking at anything right now. Just kind of making up little hints of detail in here. Actually, Hobbies 23. I actually keep it taped together when I scan it in. I do. I don't have a tabloid size scanner. I should. I should invest in one of those things. It would make things a little bit easier, but it's not necessary for me. Maybe that'll be my tutorial for this week, how to scan something really big in. Hmm. Okay, so I'm creating these like different sections or plates, and then going in here and then adding in like these really concentrated areas of detail here. You know, sometimes I wonder if maybe I should go in ahead and like hide certain things in these little sections here, like little faces, little people, and stuff like that. You know, depends on my mood. Mhm. Oh, AJ, at this point, man, I wouldn't worry about the subs. At this point, for you, especially just starting out, my friend, just get as much quality content out as you can. I wouldn't even worry about the subs for now. Worry about getting the best value you can. Give people a reason to sub to you. Really, it's one thing I'm learning about with all this YouTube stuff. Hmm. Okay, so I'm just adding all these little details in here. And just kind of having fun with it. I like adding all these little itty bitty bits. And it's interesting actually looking at it in the monitor because I could actually see what's, you know, what's reading well, what's not. But I think I'm going to start printing these guys out poster size, like all of these most detailed drawing ever is poster size, because usually I print them out when I color them. I print them out at about 12 by 18. 12 by 18. And I think I'm actually doing a disservice because still a lot of this detail that I work on, it gets lost. And a lot of people, they actually like seeing the original art more than the colors. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Yeah, AJM. Don't worry, hobbies. I'm like four-time AJM's age, I think. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'll be honest with you guys. Like a lot of looking at my analytics for my channel, a lot of my viewers are older, older friends. Older, I'll call it friends. Older gentlemen, older, you know, people. And it's mostly, I think a lot of people know it's like because I'm at. I think people I just want to see if I could do it at this particular age. Although, but not saying I don't have a lot of young people who are following me as well. A lot are. So it's really interesting to see who's actually following me, and all of you guys follow me for different reasons, for sure, for sure. Oh, Raphael, I'm going to be going for quite a long time, my friend. Quite a long time. Like yeah, these most detailed drawing ever, they take quite a while, as they should. But I'll tell you, it is quite like for me, it's quite satisfying when I do finish one up. You know. So I'm just gonna add a little bits of detail here. For example, I'm gonna add like if you look up here, I have these two. Well, you can't really see it from there, but I have these two little slots going like this. I'm gonna add those here. and then 2 here. Okay. All right. I'll just go quickly here. Odie asks, do you have any tips when drawing digitally to be prepared to get prints in terms of resolution size? I would just talk to the printer that you're using, and they usually have certain guidelines. Every printer is different. For the most part, when I'm printing something, they want it 300 DPI, CMYK. That helps a lot. A lot of them, they vary with the type of file sizes they want to use. Like, so for the most part, sometimes I send them TIFFs, but then those are gigantic files. So then some ask me to just turn them into PDFs. So it all depends on your printer. Everyone's different. Any tips for drawing animals? Keep drawing animals. and another tip for drawing animals, my friend, draw from life. Draw from life. Learn their bone structure because that will help you when you draw them. Like understanding how their skeleton works, even for a human. If you understand the way the skeleton works, that will totally help you totally understand how to draw them. You'll understand why things move in certain ways. So I would suggest spend a lot of time at the zoo if there's a zoo near you, and go there and just go there, sit down and draw. Bring a stool, and get your phone. Take a look at some anatomy. Look up some anatomy. Google some anatomy of what you're drawing, so you could understand how the joints move and everything. So. Uh, Oh, Jason, we are the same age, my friend. Good stuff. Good stuff. And I again, this is one of the reasons why, and I explained this before in my video where I talk about quitting my job. Um, I feel like I just want to give this one last good go, like to do things on my terms. Like I had a really, really good job in film, guys. I was doing really well, and it was a full-time job, so pretty secure for the most part. But I really wanted to try this. I really did. And my wife, being supportive as she is, she's letting me do it, but not forever because I have a daughter in middle school. She will need to go to college soon. So if I'm going to make this work, I have a very limited window to make it work. Because if not, I need to make money for college, for her. So we'll see. And it's nice to have you guys along for the ride, for sure. You know. Oh, by the way, AJM, if you don't have any zoos nearby, then I suggest don't just look at pictures of animals. Look at videos of animals. Then really have a sense of how they move and the way, because then again, if you understand where their joints are, and then you understand the way they like to move and how their weight distributes throughout their body whenever they walk, for example, like how their weight shifts, stuff like that. That will really, really help you when drawing these things. And again, it's grunt work, right? The more you do it, the better you're going to get out at it, for sure. Okay, so. Hmm. Let's see here. What are you trying to do? Are you talking to me, youthful? This is a Voltron, my friend. This is a Voltron, and I'm drawing his hand. Do I do full-time YouTube? No, Odie. YouTube, honestly, I'll be honest, I'm pretty much here to build more of an audience. I am working on some intellectual property, or IP, as we say, and I'm going to release it probably um, in 2 years' time. So I'm taking some time to develop it, but also working on some passion projects, and then having you guys along for the ride. It's a lot of fun. And I'm an educator. I teach. I teach at two colleges, Max de Mutt School of Animation and Design here in Toronto, and at Centennial College. I teach matte painting, visual effects there. So I love teaching, and I love helping people try to do things that they love doing, you know, in art. And if you guys are willing to work hard, you can make a career in art. It's just a matter of being patient and working hard, because none of this stuff happens overnight. So. Any tips? Oh, let me see here. Great, thanks. Logan said, "I love the Voltron Netflix series." Yes, I've seen. I think I've seen a couple episodes. I haven't watched all of it yet. I liked what I saw, for sure. My son loves it. My son loves it. So I was debating whether I should do that version, but then I wanted to do something. I'm doing like a more hybrid classic version of Voltron here. So I'm drawing inspiration not just from the series, but also different designs I've seen online, stuff like that. So looking great. Thank you very much, Chad. Any tips on making and publishing comic books? My suggestion to you is, first of all, if you are a good writer, you have a story to tell, then I would just go ahead and draw it out. Draw out the comic book without even worried about the publishing part. Get your comic finished first, okay? And then you could start shopping that around. You could go to different publishers. My buddy Jim Zub, I did an interview with him on my channel. You can find that there. He has a website you could go to about self-publishing, okay? And there's a lot of great resources there. If you want to do it yourself, maybe if you want to do a Kickstarter campaign, or if you want to try to pitch it to different studios. For example, if you wanted to go to Image Comics, you need 3 issues in the can for them to actually publish your book. You need 3 issues. So things like that. But I would suggest to you, I would actually just go and draw out your comic book first, or if you're drawing it. Okay. Okay, thank you, AJM. Thank you very much. Hello, Keeman. Welcome. Welcome all of you guys. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Or this evening, or more. I don't think it's morning for anyone. Wherever you're from, thank you guys for joining me. So yeah, any questions you have? I love answering your questions while I'm doing it. Because right now, I'll let you guys know, right now I'm kind of when I'm in the detail phase like this, I don't have to think as much. This is the point where I like answering questions, because it's soothing for me to do so. Let me just, I'm just going to set my alarm here, guys, because I have to leave around 2:30. Okay, so let me just set an alarm here. And maybe you guys could shout out when it's 2:30 Eastern time, 1:30, that would be in Texas, 1:30. Okay. So I don't know, are you guys drawing while you're watching me, or I'm pretty sure none of you are just actually just watching me, are you? I'm not sure. Like, I know a lot of guys, they just they get some work done, or they like watching me for inspiration while they're working on their own projects. So yeah. Do I know Jim Lee? No, I do not. I do not know Jim Lee. I wish I did. I did meet him once, and he looked not too pleased. Mainly because I saw him walking in the Comic-Con, and I stopped him. Like, oh, you're Jim Lee, man! Hey, man! He's like, oh, hey. He's trying to get away, I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. But hopefully, maybe one day I'll get to interview him, maybe, for sure. Logan is going to do Zinktober soon. I'd love to see it, man. Oh, good. Keeman's working on his own comic. Cool. It's 3:53 in Brazil. Awesome. So when it hits 4:30 your time, Gudo, let me know. All right. Okay. AJM's drawing Killer Cock. Awesome. Arthur's finishing his day 31. Awesome. What did you decide to draw, Arthur? Hobbies 10-20s watching because he needs a break. Good. Hopefully it's inspiring for you, my friend. Working on Jalen as his November challenge. Awesome, Chad. What is his November challenge? I haven't seen it. Is it the Pokemon one's done, right? Pokemon one done? Let's see here. Okay. So, see, I love doing this type of stuff, just kind of making it up as I go along. That's what makes these most detailed drawing ever palatable, guys. Like you would hardly see me do multiple characters when it comes to doing something like this. So, oh, it is the Pokemon mashup. That's awesome, man. So which ones are you mashing up, if you don't mind? It's totally cool if you want to share if you don't want to share your secrets, for sure. Um, all right, Charizard and Scyther are awesome. Scyther are awesome, man. That's great. That's great. Are the Dungeons and Dragon monsters awesome? Awesome, man. So, guys, if you want to show me your drawing, like if you tag me on Instagram or Twitter, like I'll see it, but I'll guarantee I won't be able to give you any critiques on it. Okay, I know you guys would love a lot of you guys would love critiques. I just can't right now. Things are too crazy right now. For me to give a critique, I'd be happy to give you. So, uh, oh yes, yes, Logan, I saw that Justice League. That was awesome, man. Good stuff. That was good stuff. Jason says, "Have your kids shown any interest in art?" Absolutely. And if you look back on my channel, I did this thing with my son where he drew a couple of Overwatch characters, and then I drew on top of it and colored it. So if you want to check those out, just look for search for drawing with my son on my channel, and you could see those drawing there. Those were a lot of fun. We're gonna continue doing that. Probably a little bit later. We'll probably get a few under our belt first before I actually start showing the newer ones. So, uh, Zaki asked a random question: Assassin's Creed fanatic or nah? Oh yes, and what about Skyrim or The Witcher? I'll be honest with you, I don't play a lot of games. Actually, I don't play any games right now. I have worked at Ubisoft. I actually worked on Splinter Cell Blacklist. I worked on that for Ubisoft, and then yeah. So I'm not the biggest gamer. I'm a big fan of all their designs. I love the Assassin's Creed design, Skyrim design, Witcher design. I think I have a Witcher book here actually, but I actually never played the games. So Chaz says the perspective is the hardest part of drawings. Yeah, it's one of the hardest and one of the most crucial as well. So uh, as hard as it is, understanding it will help all of your drawings so much. It's one of those things you cannot skip. You cannot skip learning how to draw perspective. So, do I like Smaug? I made a drawing of him. Oh yeah, yeah, I love Smaug. Smaug is great. How many kids do I have? I have 3 children. I have 3 kids. So, uh, Jason said, cool, draw a lot with the kids. Yeah, it's a lot of fun drawing with the kids, right? For sure. For sure. Will I draw Sombra from Overwatch? Yes, I will. I'm going to be drawing all of them. Right now, I had about 10, and I'm actually getting them colored right now. So my colorist, that's what he's working on. He's working on the colors for all of those Overwatch drawings. So I will do all of them. Yeah. Yes, hobbies, you are creepy. I'd love to see what you guys do too, for sure, on your channels. Lucas says he's gonna start a YouTube crew on Christmas. Good for you. Good for you. Love to see it. How do you do mechanical parts without being random lines? Look at a lot of I look at a lot of concept design and a lot of, if you look at things like car engines and stuff like that, sometimes you get these sort of shapes in mind. So I'm just relying on my knowledge of that right now because I'm not really looking at anything when I'm drawing this right now. I'm just kind of adding detail for detail's sake, pretty much. Okay. Uh, Oscar says, there's still a chance to get comics with your art. Yeah, absolutely. I think the latest thing I've done was Dark Cybertron for IDW Publishing, and now that was a few years ago. That was in 2013, but you could still get that. Honestly, if you look up any my name, you'll find like a lot of everything's in trade paperback. You won't find anything new. Quite a while. Like I was supposed to do some IDW stuff, but it kind of fell through. So yeah, it's okay. So I'm sure if you look, you'll still be able to find some of that stuff around. Uh, so Keeman asks, how long does it take to ink all your work? It depends what it is, my friend. Some takes longer than others. And again, I go straight to ink with everything. So the inking, this is like my penciling to me. It's more a final version of my penciling. So something like this, like a whole drawing like this, it would take about 15 hours. Uh, Most detailed drawing ever, about 15 hours. They've been averaging that. Now, for my smaller drawings, like those Inktober drawings, all those Inktober drawings, those range between anywhere between like the recent ones. Those were really quick sketches, so those were like 30 minutes to an hour, and then some sketches between an hour and a half to 2 hours. I don't think I've gone more than 2 hours on any of those Inktober sketches. And if you've looked at some of my old Facebook live streams, for those, for the most part, I've done some of those which were like 5 hours. I've done some which were a lot shorter, like an hour and a half. So all depends. All depends. How many pens do I go through one image? Well, I have a whole bunch here. So, and actually, if you look over here to this corner here, I'll see all these guys here. All those guys here. These are all like faded out Sharpies and all that stuff. I don't know why I just don't throw them out. They're just there. Like they have like a little bit of juice left in them. Like some of those Sharpies have a little bit left in them. I just don't use them. But it's like the tiniest bit left. And what time is it? 2 o'clock? Okay, I got about half an hour. Pretty much it looks like I'm just going to be working on this head with you guys for this particular session. I might come back this afternoon, guys. Though I'm still thinking if I should just finish this off on Facebook Live. But I might do a little bit more on YouTube. We'll see. We'll see. I'll play it by ear today, especially this being my first day of live streaming. So I'll work on getting the microphone issues fixed, guys. Okay. Probably not today, but I'll see if I could actually get a real microphone. Because if I'm going to be serious about this, we need the serious stuff, right? So. Okay, bit of drawing. Arthur says the favorite was the Kraken. That was a lot of fun to do for sure. The Sharpie. I get high on those Sharpies. Jim asks, who's your favorite Transformer? Can't go wrong with Optimus Prime for sure. In terms of, I like the big ones. I love Unicron, Metroplex. That's why I put the series together. It gives me excuse to draw those. My very first Transformer ever was Top Spin. That was my very, very first Transformer ever. So he will remain one of my favorites for sure. I had a lot of GoBots when I was a kid. Any of you guys had any GoBots? So, any tips on creating interesting poses? if you're just starting out with something like that, you haven't been doing it for a while, I suggest taking a camera, taking your cell phone, and just do yourself doing a whole bunch of poses. Or get your friend to do it so that you could take the camera around your friend, like get them just to do like a regular action pose, and then try to find a cool angle. Like go around them with the phone and do an angle like that. See, the more you draw from life, guys, the better. Okay, and then once you do that, once you get the hang of drawing those, okay, so do that first, okay? And then once you get the hang of drawing those, then I would work on trying to exaggerate things, like exaggerate the hand coming forward, making the hand bigger, stuff like that, okay? That will help you with stuff like that. Oh, Oscars, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I enjoy talking to you guys, for sure. Anyone knows me, I like to talk a little bit. And of course I love to help, you know. And I know Jazz loves talking to you guys too. Except he has a million people following him, so it's so hard for him to reply to every single one of you. But he does his best for sure. So that guy's a machine. That guy's a machine, and he's still going strong with his vlogs. Like for me, I had to like because I decided to do a video a day on my main channel. That really hindered the vlog. But look out for something later this week that's actually going to take place of the vlogs. So if you are a fan of the vlogs, look out later this week, okay? But I'll make that announcement in the next day or so. All right. AJM, yes, I did on drawing poses, so you guys can check that out for sure. But just like everything, like a video, even though mine, you guys will notice my tutorials are really long. For the most part, because when I'm doing my tutorials, I want you to follow along with what I'm doing. So you can't learn everything. Like even with an hour video, you can't learn everything there's to know about a certain subject. So always what to learn. Let's see. What's your Instagram? At Box Office Artist. At Box Office Artist. Guto. You can check that out. Right? Take out the. Just at the Box Office Artist. I know. Apologize for the microphone, guys. Apologize for the microphone. I'm using the microphone that's built in to the webcam here, and my face is like right up to it. So I apologize for that. Sorry, Gerardo. Am I getting Jazz's book? Probably. If I get the, I have to order it. I have to order it, but of course I'd love to support my buddy. So I probably will, for sure. Not yet, but I will. Have you guys got his book already? It looks like a pretty amazing book, for sure. Just a little survey for you guys who are watching. Oh, thank you, Keeman, for following me, for sure. If I were to put out a particular, like a tutorial book, like an art book, right? What would you like to see? What kind of subject you think would best for me to handle for you? I think a book on perspective, maybe. That'd be a cool one to do. Not that that's in the cards right now, probably not, and it probably won't be in the cards for probably a couple years. But just thinking about it for now. But with the things I'm doing right now, I probably wouldn't be able to do anything like that until maybe 2 years down the road. Though, so for now, let's keep everything free. Robots in detail, yep. Perspective for comics, yep. Those are good ones. Vlad asked, "What did you study?" I studied technical illustration, and in my first go around college, I went to college twice. I graduated 2000, and I took technical illustration, and then I worked in comics for a bit, and then I went into animation, film and animation after that. So that was my second go around for college. And if you go to my throwback episodes, I showed the work I actually did in college. You guys can check that out whenever you get the chance. All right. Times the 209. So as you can tell, guys, here I'm putting I use the Sharpie pretty much for the outlines to help separate areas. Okay, also it's a little trick that we do in technical illustration. Whenever you could reach your hand, I mentioned this before in my tutorial videos. If I could reach my hand around a line edge, that's where I add a thicker line. And especially because this head is actually should be more forward than anything else in this drawing. That's why it will get a thicker line around it. So see, anatomy, mech suits, yeah, drawing mech, that would be a lot of fun to do. Yeah, I think, and you are right, Keeman. Perspective is really important because sometimes we don't even realize, even humans are in perspective. Like everything in life is perspective. Because it's like living in a 3D world, as I like to say. Always, and I mentioned that before in my tutorials. Thinking in 3D, you can't think in 3D without having perspective. So, like, perspective would probably be the fundamental in terms of fundamentals. The type of book I would write. But also drawing mecha suits, that would be a lot of fun for sure. My method in drawing mech suits. Mm. Hands and feet are really tough for sure. Adding detail must be hard. Actually, no, best. Adding the detail, it's actually the most relaxing part of doing this drawing. The harder part for me is actually figuring out the poses and everything. So, let's call. Hold on, I think somebody snapped me. My daughter likes to snap updates to me. I'm here, and there. Don't even text anymore. Just snaps. So keeping up with the younger generation. Oh, here's a question for you. Any of you guys here? Hi, H&A. Thank you for being here. Here's a question for any of you. Any of you guys on Musically? So is that too preteen? AJM, you're a young guy. You're a young guy. You have a Musically? Because my young kids, they're all into the Musicallys. Because I'm trying to figure out what a way to use Musically to showcase some of my art for the younger people, younger kids. So. Jimenez says, knowing what it takes to get in the art world, how would you juggle three kids and being a beginner trying to level up? Oh, my friend, that's the tough part. Once the kids are a part of the equation, absolutely. I would suggest to you, my friend, because if this is what you love to do, if you love, you also have to be responsible as well. Because it's like I would never suggest for a beginner to ever quit their job. Never, especially if they have people depending on them, because you got to be responsible as well, and you got to find the time to practice. Got to time to practice. If you're a beginner, you need to practice. You need to practice a lot. So you got to do what you got to do to get that practice in. Whether that means you only sleep, like I mentioned this before, whether it means you only sleep 5 hours a night, 4 hours a night, and you're spending 5 hours drawing every day. And when I say 5 hours drawing, that's from the time of like 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock. But you have kids, I would suggest between 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning. Even if you start off slow, get those hours in, right? Even if it means you only work from maybe 10 to midnight. Okay, you got a couple hours of drawing in every single day. Get consistent with it, and then work on trying to get yourself better. You know, go online, look at tutorials and all that. Try to walk before you can run. Learn the fundamentals. Okay, you got to know. We have this term. You got to know the rules before you could break them. Okay, so you got to know what anatomy is before you start making exaggerated anatomy and stuff like that. So that's what I would say for sure. Okay. Good thing it's subjective from Ash. Okay. H&J said, "How can I lose the lazy mood in details?" Um, like details, it's here's one thing, guys. Nobody said you had to have this much detail in your work. Okay, I'm probably the only guy who puts this amount of detail like nowadays. I don't want to say the only guy, like guys like Kim Jong Un. Kim Jong Un. Oh my gosh. No, 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 not what's it called? What's his name? Oh, I forgot his name. Oh, that was offensive. Let me find his name, guys. It's one of my favorite artists. Kim Jong-gi. Kim Jong-gi. That's him. Kim Jong-gi. All right. If you guys haven't seen his work before, this guy is insane, and he doesn't even do the blue line. He just goes in and does the work. Okay, for sure. But if you haven't seen his work is incredible, incredible stuff. I don't know if you could see this kind of stuff. Kim Jong Kim Jong Gi. Yeah, Kim Jong Gi. You guys know what I mean, right? Okay, thank you. You guys know who I'm talking about. All right, thank you for not hurting me. Okay. But yeah, but I would start off slow, Herman. Like, don't go like 5 hours right away. Like, start off with at least an hour. At least an hour. Go there, draw straight for an hour. You know, go and then slowly increase it. Okay. If you are not used to sleeping 5 hours a night or 4 hours a night, I would not suggest starting off like that. Start off slow. Start off slow. Kim Jong Gi. So it's good. Like, all of you guys know who I'm talking about there. But it's subjective. You don't need to do this much detail, right? You do you. You do what makes yourself happy. Okay. Like, I just love drawing like this. That's I've always loved drawing like this. If I didn't draw like this, if I cut back on the detail, I probably might still be working in comics today. My buddy Alex Mill, he tells me, man, you're just doing too much stuff and it's not necessary. And I can see that for sure. What he's saying, and you can see his stuff. He's like one of the more detailed artists out there too, for sure. But he's fast. He's lightning fast. So that's why he's doing so well with all of his Transformers stuff. So. Oh boy. I'll just laugh, guys. I'm not gonna say anymore. But you guys know what I'm saying, right? So I'm just gonna go in here. So it looks like I'm only gonna be on for another 12 minutes. Then I have to go pick up my daughter. I might come back this afternoon a little bit longer, but I probably will not finish the drawing here. I'm gonna probably finish the drawing on Facebook. Foreshortening, is that considered perspective? It can be. It can be. Foreshortening is very, like, it's exaggeration more than anything. Like, foreshortening in comics, completely different than if you're trying to do something more realistic. It's so it's one of those type of deals. It's definitely under the same type of theme, you know. Like, for example, if you were to take a picture of a fist, like if you had your arm extended in front of your face and you took a picture of your fist in front of your face, that would probably be smaller than what you would do in comics. Okay, so Greg, Beth says, beginning to see that drawing is all about shapes. It absolutely is, for sure. Everything is shapes. And that's one thing trying to teach to my kids in this perspective class I'm teaching, about how to incorporate, like, things. That's why we started them off with things like cubes and all that kind of stuff, is because that's how you start drawing things live, things more detailed. Everything is in shapes, for sure. Loomis is absolutely an excellent start. Those are fantastic books to get, for sure, if you want to start off. Absolutely. Ash is correct, Greg. So. Oh, AJM wants to talk about musically. I said you could use it to make trailers for your art. Yeah, I probably could. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, maybe we could make like these little music videos, right? With my artwork. That's actually a great idea. I might start doing that. I know these couple of kids. They live not too far from me. I knew them when they were younger. They probably don't know me now because they're a lot older now. But they're twins, and they have a huge following on Musically. They have about 1 million. And I've been tempted to say, go and ask them, hey, you want to collab? But it's the complete different audience. I don't think I need the 15-year-old girls if they're not interested in art. They're probably not going to follow along my channel. So it's another thing. Know your audience, my friends. Know your audience. But the younger high school guys who want to learn how to draw, I think they could benefit from some of the stuff I'm doing. So it all depends. Like AJM there. Okay. What Transformer title would you like to do? Small guy's asking. A Unicron title. Unicron. Boom. Just so, because I know I do a cool job with it, though I might kill myself after 2 pages. So. Oh, Snazzy Sauce, thank you very much. It comes with practice and patience, my friend. Practice and patience. And I enjoy doing stuff this detailed. I really enjoy it. Some people don't enjoy doing stuff this detailed, so that's up to you. You do you. You do what makes you happy. Whatever artwork makes you guys happy, do that, okay? I would never tell someone to draw like me or the type of style that I do. I would never do that. You draw the way that makes you draw that makes you happy when you draw. Like I wouldn't even tell you like nowadays in comic books, it's more like of a cartoonish style that sells. Um, and I would never tell anyone to draw like that. I would never. I would say draw the way it makes you happy. Don't draw just because you think it sells. Draw if it makes you happy. Draw in that way. So, hi, Spudgiac, welcome. Well, I'm glad you got through it, Spudgiac. It's all practice at the end of the day. It's all practice at the end of the day. So at least you got through it. And I hope you were able to learn. So next time around, when you do your own thing, it will be a lot faster. But thanks for following along with the tutorial. Glad you liked it. So what time is it? 2:22. So we got about 8 minutes left, guys. So if you have any other questions, let me know. As you can tell, I will not be done. You think I can finish the rest of this drawing in 8 minutes? I'm not sure. So any questions you have, guys, let me know. Let her rip. Now's the time to ask. Vod, I apologize. You couldn't understand me. Vod, what language do you speak? What language? And I'll try to learn some words for the next stream. Toothamon, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're here for the stream, even though I wish this would have been longer. I'm done in about 7 minutes. So if you have any questions, Toothamon, let me know. Let me know. Ning, welcome. Ning, you can draw a better Voltron. Just takes a little bit of practice, my friend. Keep practicing and you could draw a better one. If that's what you want to draw, of course. If you want to draw it. Okay, get up here, and I'm going to start working on the connection between the hand and the actual forearm here. Let's see. Do you think they should make AJMS? Do you think they should make a new series of Transformers, a continuation for the 80s series. That'd be cool. That would be cool. It would be nice to get back those G1 fans. Like I'll tell you, those G1 fans, they are a loyal bunch of fans for sure. Like even me, I'm a G1 fan, absolutely. But that tells me though that cartoon would probably be more for adults. But I think that'd be awesome. Like if Hasbro did like a Netflix G1 Transformer series. Oh, I think that would do awesome. That would do gangbusters. Do you paint either traditionally or digitally? I don't digital paint that well. And like I mentioned before, I was a matte painter for film. So, but that's more like working with things like photos. There's some painting that we do, but actual digital painting, like if you're talking like a Sakimi Chan type digital painting, no, I don't really paint that way. I do color my work. I can color my work in Photoshop. I know Photoshop. I would consider myself an expert in Photoshop, but I don't digital paint. I don't digital paint. And the last time I traditional painted, I think I was all the way back in college. So. Let's see here. I want to say thanks. You are welcome, my friend. Ning says you are welcome. Thank you very much. Basscat asks, have you ever thought about drawing Voltron versus Gundam versus Power Rangers Megazord? Yeah, that would be an awesome piece for sure. I would probably pull it off too. Maybe. That's a pretty good idea. Though it will take probably a week to do. Guaranteed for what I want to do with it. It would take a week to draw, so probably not at the moment. Now, I made a mistake here. This shouldn't have been black. That shouldn't have been black. I'll leave it for now. I might have to correct that later on. I don't like how that's black. There. Easy enough. You're welcome, Oscar. You're no problem at all. Let's see here. Have I read Reborn yet? I have not. I have not read Reborn yet. How is it? Is it good? Thank you for reminding me. I wanted to pick that up. I just keep forgetting. It might be sold out by now. See the time. I'm going to have to finish up in a few minutes, my friends. Oh, I have to watch. I gotta see if it's probably sold out. I'll have to check my comic shop. See, that's the type of book that would get me into comic stores, like Capula's Reborn, that type of stuff. Any tips on line weights? You know what? That is a big what's called a subject for sure. So, and that is something worth doing a tutorial on, is the actual line weights. Like we did that extensively in college when we talked about different line weights. So. Oh, thank you, Jason. That was a lot of fun, right? For sure. All right. Study Bachelor's of Arts. You don't know what you're doing. Well, I'm not sure. Like I need to understand more of your program first before I could help you out with that, my friend. So. Okay. Thank you for reminding me, AJM. It's almost 2:30, so I might as well stop now. So I think I will come back this afternoon. Okay, guys. But thank you for following along, watching me draw this head. She's not waiting yet. She's on the bus right now. So thank you guys for following along. And yeah, so this was a lot of fun. I'm going to come back and we're going to draw some more. My goal is to get this done. So thank you guys for watching. Please continue to subscribe, all that stuff. Though, if you're watching, I'm pretty sure you're subscribed. And if you haven't already, go to my Facebook page. Check out what's his name, Charlie Cox, and what's his name, and John Bernthal. They were they were commenting on my artwork. Go check that out. That's on my Instagram and on my Facebook. So if you guys go check that out, that was a lot of fun for sure. Okay, thank you guys. I will talk to you very, very soon. Take care. Thank you for joining me on the stream. On the stream. On the stream. Thank you, my friends. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.